I'm Pastor George Borkhardt, and this is another Higher Things video short. It's conference time. That's the subject for today's Higher Things video short. It's conference time. Youth groups from all over the United States and Canada, and maybe some other countries, have been preparing all year to go to the Higher Things conferences. For this year, oh man, my finger's messed up. For Texas, North Carolina, Montana, Indiana, Valparaiso. The theme this year, Here I Stand, celebrating the Reformation. That salvation is by grace alone, that is, by faith alone. And we know this, by scripture alone. Why would you want to be anything other than a Lutheran? God desires to save sinners, those who don't deserve it, to comfort troubled consciences. For we maintain that a man is justified, forgiven, by grace, received by faith, apart from the works of the law. Or, as we celebrate in the first service at Higher Things, the Reformation gospel, if the Son set you free, you are free indeed. Freed from the law and condemnation, free to live for others, freed from sin. So we at Higher Things want to thank all the youth groups preparing from all over the country and Canada, who are preparing to come to our conferences. Our goal is not to be relevant or edgy or anything like that. That's just not who we are. We do liturgical worship from the hymnal. Our message is the gospel, Christ and Him crucified, taught by Lutherans and taught by the kids' pastors. Because who's better to teach our youth than their pastors? What we want to do is deliver Jesus and to reinforce what's going on in our youth's churches. In a world in which everything is changing, it's good for us to gather together as Lutherans and see that it's okay to be a Lutheran. In fact, it's pretty comforting to be a Lutheran. And that the stuff that goes on in our church is universal. It goes on everywhere, and it's okay to do it. We don't have to do something, sort of mountaintoppy, right from the hymnal, DS1 and DS3. Those hymns right from the hymnal, those psalms right from the scriptures, the way they've always been done, and the way they will be done. And I think that as an organization, we're different. We're different because in a world that thinks that youth want something contemporary, we give them what they get at home, reinforcing the ancient stuff, the good stuff that we've been passed on. What I've received from the Lord, I hand on to you. The gospel. That's what we're all about as an organization. That's what we're all about. That's what our conference is all about. The comfort of troubled consciences. We may have fun. We may do some zany things. There may be some thumbs ups along the way and some pictures with groups and some photo bombs and some crazy entertainment with archery tag and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, it's about Jesus, Christ, and Him crucified. The comfort of, that's why I'm a Lutheran. I wasn't always a Lutheran, but that's why I'm a Lutheran. I'm a Lutheran because there's no other place to hear that what I've done is freely forgiven for Christ's sake, and that forgiveness comes to me in His gifts, and it's received by faith alone. Here I Stand is the theme for this year's conferences, where Luther is standing in front of the Diet of Worms. And he says, unless I'm convinced by sound reason or scripture, unless you convince me otherwise, I can't recant what I've taught. For it's dangerous to go against it's go against conscience. Here I stand, he said. God help me. From that point on, he was an outlaw, and he could be killed, and they would be doing the state a favor. Our faith the same in a world in which Christianity is in jeopardy, where it's not popular to be a Christian. We're going to teach our youth. Here I stand. God help me, that we'll suffer all, even death, rather than deny this faith of Jesus saving us by grace, received by faith, the faith given to us in the scriptures. It's conference time. Can't wait to see you. I'm Pastor George Borgard, and this has been another Higher Things video short.